Yo, Mesa, what's up, man? What's going on, dude? Trying out a new build, brother. Trying out the good old Mage. Some FOH and hammer action. Which I theoretically think that's like everything that NY really wants to be. Like, he wants that ranged damage that's always hit, but he also wants to do vicious hammer damage, so it's a little bit different of a setup. Like, I'm still trying to get used to the hotkeys and shit and like the setup of this. I do like it. It just requires making like the right call all the time and not fucking up your hotkeys. Go Bill. Looks like either a charger or a smiter. Not bad. We took a solid smite or two there and still survived.
Greetings.
Pretty sure he didn't say go either, so yeah, he looks like he's really trying to catch people by surprise. One of those guys. One of those guys. Yeah, he's coming after it, dude. Might as well start throwing. Ooh. Shit. Looks like he very well might be a charger. Pretty sure that was all charge and we just got clocked. There's EOS stealing gold. I knew he was a fucking pop dude. This is so stupid. Alright, so we're probably not going to get much testing in with this den. But we could try to fight the BM team that is here. I say we try to do that. That could be fun. That could be a... Ah, that's too bad. Oh well. That game wasn't getting any better anyway. You know how we could test this build? Instead of fucking around with this. Oh, we got it. Sweet. My D2 window said it wasn't responding, so I was a little scared there. Thought I might have to restart it. But, yeah, we just went on D2GA. This is far better. It's a lot harder for people to BM here. Let's just hostile everybody we see. See what we can do. Oh, this guy's getting after it. He's trying to do some BMing. Bilbo, what's up, man? Trying to test out a new build, a Mage. We had a decent game going, but then a notorious pub joined the game and kind of ruined it. And I think that was like the only good game going. So we went on D2GA instead. Alright, he's throwing. What is D2GA? Good question, my man. I'm just finding out about this within like the last year or so. But let me give you a quick tour, Bilbo. This is probably the coolest PvP testing ground that there is. So it's like D2GA is like a private server that someone made, and you can basically just make a single player character and then join this guy's private server that he made. It's called D2GA.net. And all you do is just click on other multiplayer and then click on TCP IP game and type in D2GA.net. And it will bring you to this game right here. And you'll pop up in the cathedral and you'll be in this like really weird ass place, dude. Like you can see fucking Tyrael's just chilling here. Like we're kind of in the cathedral. There's some weird ass place we can go. I don't even know how to get out of here. Yeah. Is this a... I've never gone in that portal, truth be told. But, yeah, so, like, the coolest part about this is that every single item in the game is, like, available to you. So you can literally... I might have to leave this right here. I'll actually, this will be cool. Let's start from scratch, and I'm gonna, like, build a new character. And, like, I'll show you all of what it's about. So, like, if I want to get on D2GA, I just click on Other Multiplayer, TCP IP Game, Join Game, D2GA.net. And as soon as you do that, like, you'll go to your single player character screen. Let's make a poison necro, shall we? Oko Jr. So once you make a character and you join D2GA, you'll be brought into this room right here. You're at level 1. You have all of your stats and skill quests done just automatically from joining the game, which is pretty insane. But then you can type something. I think it's like .set level 99. Yeah, that's what it is. Bam. And then as soon as I type that, bam, my level is 99. I have all of the stat points, all of the skill points. You know, it's an amazing way to test builds. So like I can instantly level to 99. And there can be like 30 some odd players in the game at once. You just click on like those top 2 buttons where you would usually squelch or mute somebody, and you can like surf in between who's in the game. It's like this is a smaller game. There's only like 14, 15 people in it. But dude, check this out. So like you can go to Act 3, right? And if you notice, like all of these vendors are right here. All of these vendors have just about every item you could want in the game, with only like a few exceptions. So if I wanted to like build a necro, I could just go over to Anya over here, and she has practically every item a necro would want. You know, maybe not all of them, but you can always go around to the other vendors and check for like rune words and shit. But you can see like she just sells charms right there, like P&B lifers, 45 lifers just right there, and they're all free too. So like I can just deck out my inventory with these. It doesn't cost any money. Get yourself an Annihilus, a Hellfire Torch. Yeah, this is the way to test builds right here. So whereas I'm just basically trying to test builds tonight, like I have a couple of ideas that I'm trying to like, you know, just test the viability of. I joined a couple of games on Battle.net, and people were just being fucking pubs. Like, you know, just any other given night, they get bored and they start being pubs. Like, more power to them. I mean, it's not their fault that I'm trying to test a build. They're just trying to have fun and do what they do. But it's not ideal. So in light of that, I figured I would go on the D2GA server. Far better for getting all the items that you need and testing out a build. So I think what I'm going to try is I'm going to try a variation. I think I want to build like Oko, like the regular guy we have, the Poisonmancer. But someone had mentioned trying out a 3-piece Trangul set because it gives minus 25 to poison res, which I think is pretty sweet. So I think I'm gonna try that and see what happens. Yeah, that's it right there, right? Death's Web. Definitely want that. Eventually gonna want an Enigma. We want the Trangul's belt though, for sure. That's part of the 3-piece. And I think the other piece was the shield. Give him the 3-piece. Like Jorge Masvidal. Anyone watching that fight this weekend? This is pretty sweet because I think with this setup we might be able to just go max Vita. We are definitely gonna need an Enigma though.
Hello there. Well done. Hello.
Enigma Mage Plate would be what we're going after, I think. Oh yeah, dude. The Jorge Masvidal is fighting this weekend. He's the dude that like notoriously knocked out Ben Askren with that like flying knee in 5 seconds. Like he's that guy. Ever since that fight, he's kind of like got this attitude about him though, where he's just like, I'm the shit and I deserve all the best fights. I mean, granted, he's a good guy, good fighter, but I think that fight really went to his head. He's fighting for the title this weekend, dude. Usman's gonna fuck him up though, if I'm being completely honest. Alright, so there's our 3 pieces, right? We have this. And there's minus 25 to enemy poison res. Which is sweet. Like, that's cool. I originally thought that, like, if you can kind of see with the 3 pieces here, you get plus 13 to firewall, plus 13 to fireball. Those are, like, some serious ranged skills. So I thought that would initially be a pretty decent thing to hit people with at a range. Like, you can name lock them from afar and hit them with like firewall or something and do your last pieces of damage, which is pretty solid. Oh, and dude, did I mention when you join D2GA, these items just randomly appear in your stash? Like you randomly just have like, you know, a 2-open socket, 230-22 plus mods helm in your stash, which is so dope. I feel like we're giving up a lot of cast for this, though. Oh, look at that. 30 strength. We got dexterity. I think we're going to go with dexterity for this necromancer. We do not need these. It's funny, you just like chuck these on the ground in D2VA, but if you ever made gloves like this on the realm, dude, fuck out of town, you'd be set for life. Okay. You do need the 20 cast, though, which is going to be a pain in the ass. It only gives you these 20 cast amies that have plus 30 to strength. We really need some that have plus to dexterity. We need that max block, yo. But then again, we didn't have this. Yeah, we'd still be all set because we have Enigma. Gotta have that max block, dude. I'm telling you. It's so underestimated. Like, a lot of people go into duels and they don't stat for max block. Like, I see some druids do it. And granted, yeah, like, druids have, you know, a lot of life. They can take a lot of hits. But those are hits that you don't necessarily need to be taken. You know what I mean? Like, you don't need to be getting cracked in the dome. Imagine blocking an axe with a shrunken head. Yeah, right. That sometimes the way they thought this shit up doesn't really make a lot of sense. We're just gonna buy a few of those. A couple of those for good measure. Look at that dope helm, dude. Theoretically, it's legit. I mean, with the exception of the ethereal indestructible piece, like, this is a reasonable helm you could find something similar to. I suppose we're just gonna stat ourselves out with, like, facet jewels and see how that works first, because, I mean, obviously that's the only reason we would switch to this sort of setup, is for the minus 25 to enemy poison resistance. Like, that's the only reason we'd switch to this setup. So I think inherently we kind of have to deck ourselves out with, like, minus poison res gear. And what's our cast? I think we're probably going for 75, right? So we have 40 between that and the gloves, 50 with the amulet. As much as I hate it, we might have to put that plus 20 with 30 strength on. But let's see, we have 40 here, 50. Yeah, we can't even get to 75. That's the really odd part. Like, you need an amulet with at least 15. So let's do this. These are practically exactly the same amulet, so swap those out. So we have 60, and then that means we need 2 caster rings, which they also hook you up with in your inventory. More strength, dude. We just need dex. Dex and resistance would be sweet. I guess that's not bad. We'll take that. And I suppose we don't need any strength, but we don't have any other options really to have dex and resistance, so I think we're just gonna go lightning and cold would be ideal, but they don't have that either. That's all in this. I suppose we're just taking this. That gives us our max cast. Now we need a CTA. We need a CTA and a spirit for sure. Look at our lightning resist, man. That's so bad. All of our resistances are just terrible.
What do you need?
So CTA has got to be it. So we'll take that. Hodo for backup. Now we need... Oh yeah, for sure. I like to get the charms last because, like, you need kind of all of this inventory space to buy the gear.
Good day.
And we know right where the charms are. They're right over with Anya. Or Ashira, or whoever says necromancer above their head. But yes, that's an incredibly good idea. We might be able to make up for a lot of the resistance that we're lacking in charms. We could also put on these boots and, like, give up the dexterity that we get over here. Because these have hit recovery. Yeah, this is probably just the better way to go, right? Hit recovery. Oh man, look at those though. Cold and light res 40. God, those are so good. Yeah, dude. I would agree. I mean, they're good for max block. Maybe we'll keep him in the stash in case we need him against someone with max block. I think we ought to do the same with this homunculus shield. Let's just go put an eld rune in it. And then we'll stat for max block with that shield specifically. So in case we need it, in case we need max block, we'll just stat for it right here. So we have basically all of the items we're going to need for max block. We could switch out to Trex. And then we'll stat max block. Probably somewhere around 200 dexterity. $71, $72, $73, 4 and 75, 203. Actify, what's up, man? We went to the D2GA server, Actify. There was too much BM going on the realm. So we said, you know what? Fuck this. Let's take a break. Let's go build a GG char from scratch, man. So that's what we're doing. This realm is pretty sweet. It's a D2GA server. Have you ever been on it before? It's got like, you might notice it kind of looks really weird. Like we're in Act 3 right now and shit looks really weird. We have like all of the vendors. Dude, it's so fun. Bilbo, I would definitely suggest it, man. Go right on to D2GA. You don't even need to install the latest patch to get onto this. Like, you can just load up your game, dial onto the D2GA server, and like, here you are. So, for anyone that's like curious about it and how to get on it, basically you just open up your Diablo 2 game. You click on Other Multiplayer. Like, instead of clicking on Battle.net, you click on Other Multiplayer. And then you click on TCP IP game, join game, and then type in the little box that pops up. Just type in D2GA.net, and it will load you right into this game. And you can basically, like, any weapon and item that you could possibly want is at one of these vendors. Like, you can see all of the items you could possibly want. Just chilling right here. We got everything we need. So we're kind of testing out a build and testing out a variation of our Poison Necro through the server right now. Just because Battle.net was BM as shit tonight. Yes, absolutely. One of the best ways. In fact, I just went on here last night because I wanted to build a mage. Someone that often tunes into the stream was talking to me about a mage. And I really liked the idea, but I didn't want to like scrap a whole bunch of NY's items for a character that I wasn't comfortable with, you know what I mean? So I logged on here and tested it out. Yes, dude, absolutely. Dude, so once we get our guys suited up here, I'm gonna go down to Act 1 and I'll show you. Like, the duels are actually cool as fuck, dude. Like, I don't know why more people don't jam on this server. So this is the dueling arena in this game, right? It does not allow you to use potions. You are literally not allowed to. Like, if I tried to use healing potions while I was out in the Bloodmoor dueling, it would not let me do it. Like, it would not heal me. It would not register that I had even used a healing potion. The only thing you can use is mana potions, which it conveniently, when you go in town and you heal, it will restock your inventory full of mana potions. Won't let you use any other kind of potion. It's so cool, man. So like, people can't heal out in the moor. So like, it kind of discourages people from being bad mannered when you're out there, because like, eventually you're gonna die. Like, you can't heal, you can't juve. It's super cool, man. Super fun way to test builds. So what do we need? We just need charms at this point, right? Like, we have everything. Like, we are not currently max block set up, but that's okay. What's our hit recovery? We need at least, I think 86 is the max. Like, that's, well, not the max, but that's what you aim for. And we have like 10. So that could be really bad, but... Oh, dude, absolutely. Absolutely. I've heard of people doing that before, Actify. Like, I've heard of them trying to set something up on D2GA before. It typically doesn't get as much traction as like Battle.net tournaments do, though, because obviously people have spent so much forum gold and time and energy trying to find their Battle.net items that they really want to show them off in, like, you know, in competitive play. But you know, this is just a super good way to test. I fucking hate tournaments anyway, dude. Like, if I'm being completely honest, like, all of the tournaments that you see these days are typically oh, I'm in the Paladin one, aren't I? All of the tournaments that you see these days are held by like individual people, and not to say that there's anything wrong with that per se. It kind of lends itself to like people kind of dictating how things go. Like, oh, you can't use this build and you can't use this when it's technically good mannered. They just don't want to duel against it, so they can outlaw whatever they want. Yes, that's exactly what it is, man. This takes all of like the pay to play, you know, right out of the equation. Yeah, our resistances look far better with this right here. Oh yeah, another thing that we need to do is actually spend our stat points and skill points. So we actually have to build this up. I think the rest of these are just going right into vitality. And we're going to stat for a poison necro. So we're going to want 1 into lower resist. And we're going to want probably fire golem still. Golem mastery. Don't necessarily need any of that, but it's actually good to have this. I might stat 1 into here. Yep. Oh, absolutely, dude. I even think summon resist is not a bad way to go. There's probably not going to be too many BM people here, so I'm not going to stat for a BM build. Like, I'm going to leave these skills right alone. I would definitely put a point into all of these if I was playing on Battle.net, because you never know, dude. Like, you might run into some shithead people that you got to do some summons for. Got to revive and stomp, you know what I mean? But I don't think we're going to run into that here. Alright, so we're going to go Poison Nova, all of its synergies. Then I think the rest we're just going to dump into like Bone Armor and shit. Well, Bone Armor synergies. So I'd be lying if I said I didn't try this build already with the 3-piece Trangs on Battle.net. And I noticed 1 point in Spear right here is far better. It's far better than the plus 18 to Fireball that you get. It does far more damage than plus 18 to Fireball. So I thought that was going to be a cool ranged skill, but turns out your Bone Spear is actually just a little better. But one cool thing that I did see from this 3-piece Trang setup is plus 13 to Firewall, which allows you to like hit people. You can just name lock them and hit them really far away. So if they start running away because they're at a low life total, you can just name lock them and keep firewalling them wherever they're at, which seems pretty cool. So we're gonna go here, and then Bone Prison, right? Like we didn't miss anything, right? Lower resist, yeah, that doesn't really give us shit. So we're gonna go max out Bone Prison, and then we will max out Bone Wall, I think. Now we gotta stat our dudes here. We're just gonna set this here. We got normal attack. We're gonna want this. Actually, we're gonna switch. We're gonna go 6, 7, and probably let's put that on 1. This is our main attack. I'd like to put that on number 4 or F4. We need lower res, which is where is lower res? Right here. Put that on 2, teleport on 3. I think that's basically it, dude. So we can go out here. Oh yeah, we need a golem. We need golem for sure. Oh, and another thing we should stat is firewall. Like we should put firewall somewhere on our hotkeys. So fire golem for sure here. And yeah, I think firewall should be on 5. Really close to our main attack for the finish. All right, dude. Let's fucking try it out. We might get clocked here, but Yes, lower res in duels for sure, Bilbo. Yeah, like, you don't want to... I mean, you could easily hit max cast, but giving up Death's Web on a Poison Necro on BattleNet is just... I don't know why you would ever do that. Well, first duel in the books. Oh, this is another cool thing. You just instantly start up with your body again, so like you don't have to go get your body. I'm not sure. To hit max cast, let's see, we would get 35 from Spirit, 20 from the Ami. So there is 55, 75, 95 from the gloves. And yes, you technically could do it, because then you could have a belt which would give you 115, and one faster cast rate ring would hit you. Yep, that would hit you at 125. So then you would have room for like a SOJ or something. You technically could. And honestly, I think Actify, that's probably the better setup. I'm just sort of testing out the three-piece Trangs that I'm seeing over here. Like, because it gives that minus 25 to enemy poison resist, which I think is really cool. Worth testing out for sure. Oh, shit. Me and this guy just end up killing each other, which is kind of hilarious. We might want to actually hostile people here. Yeah, man. Finding a good Necro Ami that has, like, at least 15 faster cast rate is pretty rare. Like, it's easy enough to eventually craft one, especially if you're using, like, a bot and you set it to craft for you. Like, you'll eventually get there, but you still want the other stats. The FHR breakpoint, I think, is... We definitely don't meet the 86, Bilbo. Not without Spirit. Like, usually we would have a Spirit. If this was my BattleNet setup, I would probably have a Spirit on here if I wasn't worried about max block. Like, if I was going my non-max block approach, I would have Spirit, and with, like, the 1 or 2 faster hit recovery charms, that should be enough to, like, get you there. But this faster hit recovery is super low. So we're gonna have to rely on weapon swapping. But I've noticed that, like, we didn't have to use lower resist against this sorceress, which was really cool. We could just hit him with a poison nova. That was good enough to kill him. These Hydras are pretty insane. We just get him? Yep. We sure did. We got him. We got him. Then if you notice, like, first of all, your healing shrine is right here. So, like, you just go into town and heal right here. But, like, let's say, like, the coolest thing about this shrine, too, is, like, I just drank all of the potions in my belt. And as soon as you touch this shrine, your belt gets refilled with potions. It's super efficient server for testing builds, man. Oh man, we got glitched. Has this ever happened to you before? This has actually happened to me on the realm. I died, and for whatever reason, you just don't die. Like you're alive, but you can't do anything. It's weird as shit. Just rejoin. Yeah, it is like the weirdest glitch. It's definitely happened to me on the realm before, not gonna lie. Like only once. But I have definitely seen it. I think it has something to do with like if you die and in some way get healed above 0 life the second you die. I think that happens. Alright, let's see here. Let's go get all healed up. Just texting Nikki from the other room. Like, hey, you bring in my e-cig juice. I am out. And duels are super intense. Yeah, she's wicked cool, man. Alright, let's see. Oh, whoops, this guy's level 21. What are you doing only level 21 here? Level your damn self up. Could be trying to do some LLDing. Which I think would be really cool. I think they should really, I think they really ought to, make this realm more friendly for LLDs. Oh shit. I can see this is gonna be a problem. Oh damn it, we're bugged again. I can see that's gonna be a problem though, like with the faster hit recovery there, like in all of those, like in against two different matchups right now, we've lost because of FHR. So like, although it's really cool and this hits really hard, you know, with all of the minus 24, minus 25 poison res, I think I'd almost prefer Spirit, all because of just the faster hit recovery, man. I think we should probably switch to that. I'm gonna keep this in the stash just in case, but Extimus, thanks for the follow, man. I appreciate that. By the way, Extimus, I had originally heard about this server from you, brother, and I have been using it ever since. Let's see. I think
Greetings.
this is where the spirits are.
May I help
Gotta
you?
be right here. This has gotta be where they are. There we go. Yeah, we were just talking, dude. Like, this is one of the coolest ways to test builds. We were actually dueling on, BattleNet before this. I was trying to test out a Mage, but as you may know, BattleNet can sometimes get pretty shitty. Like the public games can turn bad-mannered really quickly. So we were like, you know what? We know this cool server, D2GA, where we can do some good testing. In fact, let me actually, whereas we were just complaining about FHR, let's make sure we have the 86 here. They got like Paladin PvP bots? What? Paladin PvP bots? You've got to tell me about this, dude. Is that what it sounds like? Like there's a Paladin that literally goes around and you can practice against it? Or are you talking about on BattleNet with so many people botting? See, I have 55 FHR here. That brings me to 67. 77 with the boots, which means I need at least 10 more FHR. So... how should we get the 10 extra FHR that we need? Do we do it in small charms, or do we do it in like one P&B grand charm? Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, there's so many people, Extimus, from what I've seen, that the people that ruin BattleNet are the people that use like mods to the point where like they're always juving or whatnot. Like they come in and they like interrupt your duels. You could be having a great time testing a build, and then these guys come on, interrupt your duel, try to kill everybody in the room, start juving, town portaling when they get low. It's like, come on, dude. Like it's why even, my question is, why even duel like that? I mean, if you spend so much time and so many resources on a character, like, I figure you would take some pride in, like, dueling with it the right way, you know what I mean? And, like, boosting your skills up at that point. I mean, that's what I would figure, but... Yo, what's up? Maddie, you demoralized me the other day. I got off stream and I was like, I just got my ass kicked for, like, an hour straight. Kawa, what's up, man? Glad you liked the video. Alright, so we've hit our FHR breakpoints here. We still should have weapon swap glitch ready though. Just in case. And let's hostile as many people as we can here. I would say, I'm going to step out here and I'm going to say go and see if anyone takes me up on the offer, but something tells me this is just a fucking free-for-all. Who's inviting me? Is there team duels going on? Team duels? I'm down. Oh yeah, they're trying to get some team duels going, man. This is dope. I've never team dueled on D2GA before. This guy is just gonna... he's just coming after it. Oh. Oh man. We gotta cut this sorceress off. She's running from us. It's not so bad right now, but I've noticed it's a lot harder to desync on D2GA. That or it works entirely differently than it does on the Realm. Are you talking about the rule set? Or the server? This is the D2GA server, but I usually go by the JSP rules for GM. Looks like this is just gonna be a free-for-all, dude. That's fine. That's fine. We can do free-for-all. There we go. Got her. I have heard of the Asgard PvP server, but truth be told, I've never joined it. Has anyone joined it before? Is it like as good or even comparable as the D2GA server? Imagine by the sound of it, it's like tailored towards PvP. I think we got her there. I think she's poisoned. No, she's not. Volks, B manas, hybrids, bug belt. No shit. That is actually sweet, man. That seems like a pretty like authentic way to test too. I mean, I know some people feel some type of way about like bugged items and shit, but I mean they're legitimately out there. So you might as well test against them. So, okay, so I was wondering about that with the D2GA server. I see some people kind of uploading items. Like, I've seen people bring in, you know, some custom circlets before. How do you do that? Because I was using, what was it? The hero editor or whatnot, and I would just go in there and, you know, import whatever item I wanted to and then try to join the server. But as soon as you try to join the D2GA server, when you've like added an item through Hero Editor, it puts you like you're not really allowed to. It puts you in like the no man's land. Download pre-made characters on that realm. No shit. Oh yeah, because there's like certain commands that apparently I don't have access to any of them. I typed in commands and like that's how to do it, right? And it should list a shit ton of commands, but it doesn't. It doesn't list anything. So you can do it with Hero Editor. Okay, that's good to know. I would imagine you just have to like not bug the shit out of your item. Is that like basically how you would do it? I appreciate that, dude. Oh, wow. Nice firewall, dude. That was sweet. Nice firewall. Oh, no! What is our fire resist, even? It is 75. This guy's just got mad shit going on. I think she just healed. Yep. Healed twice. I think she's trying to make her way to town. She's definitely trying to make her way there now. Got her. Alright, so that took far more poison novas than I thought, and I didn't lower res her first, so I think I'm just going to do that. Wow, holy shit, that's some serious fire. Oh fuck, tullied right into that. I wanna go there. I think he respects the duels now. Before he was just kind of attacking anyone. And now he's saying go, which is really cool. Gotta find where he's at. I don't want to be pissing through mana here. We could just shoot him from a distance. Need practice these tactics. I can't tell if he's being serious or if he's rapping to us over here. Alright, we've got him lower resed. Yeah, the lower res makes a huge difference. Go, bro. This is cool because I feel like if he hits us with a fireball, we're practically dead, and if he gets hit with a Nova, he's practically dead. Be fair match. Oh, he's rocking the good old conviction aura. Yeah, now we're definitely fucked if we get hit with a fireball. Shit. Those Hydras fucking hurt too, man. Got her. Good duel, dude. Sweet. All right. Refill the old sig juice here. Any luck, Maddie? Finding out anything about the imports from Hero Editor? Because if so, like if there's a legitimate way to like edit or make a hybrid item on Hero Editor, and then be able to like bring that into D2GA without it kicking you into that no man's land, that would be sweet. I think it'd be a whole new way to test these. Yeah, you would get banned. Like I think when you, yeah, it's unfortunate, but I think as soon as you like save your character with Hero Editor, there's some piece of code that's added to your character, and the server knows to look for that. So I appreciate you, brother. Yeah, so we tried out the three-piece, actually, yeah, we tried out the three-piece trangs and it sucked. And for whatever reason, we still have the Trang belt on. I feel like that is a mistake. We need to switch out. So what do we have for cast? We have 35 from Spirit, 55, 75, which is really all we need. Actually, we have 95 here, 105, 115. Okay. We could just put on one of these belts. Oh my god, and it has faster hit recovery too? God damn, get out of here. Get out of here, dude. I think we're fucking jamming that. Gives us max cast. And that means we can dump basically all of these charms for lifers. Oh my god, that is a cool belt. That is actually an eye-opening belt right there. Like a 1024 belt for this build seems really good. It helps you hit that break point without needing like to flood your inventory with charms that have FHR on them.
Good morning.
That's really cool. Really good to know. I think we're done with this right here. Who sells the crafted stuff? Are you in the game, Kawa? Are you trying out D2GA? The crafted stuff should just be in your inventory. Like as soon as you join the game, your stash will be filled with like these crafted items and rare items. Like you notice this amulet looks really weird, like a 220 with level requirement 10. Like that's just automatically, it's stuff that they create and put into your inventory based on what you are for a character, just so that you can kind of test out your build. But those should automatically be there. Like as soon as you join the game with a fresh character, boom. Yeah, it's wicked handy. Go youth. Looks like he might be dueling someone. Yes, this is max cast, right? Like I added this right. We got 20, 40, 60, 95. Whoa, Cowas, is that you, dude? Are you from Brunswick, Maine? Dude, I'm also from Maine. That's awesome, dude. Freeport, no shit, dude. I'm up in Orono. What's up, dude? That's awesome. I would have never thought. It's really rare. I would have never thought that someone else from Maine would be on this. That's cool, man. But yeah, so we have 55 casts, 75, and then 105, and 125 with the amulet, right? 20, 40, 75, 95, 125 with all of these. Yeah, that's so solid. Did you start up your character from scratch? Bilbo says half the population of Maine in the chat. It's probably pretty close. It's probably pretty close. I think Kawa probably lives in the more populated area of the state. Like we in Orono, we have the flagship University of Maine, and during certain times of the year, we have a very high population when all the students are here, but otherwise it is a ghost town. There's not many people in this town at all. Oh, dude, this cursed guy down here. Oh, yeah, man. I can imagine you guys kind of have a lot of, like a lot of the college population as well. Because, I mean, there's so many colleges in southern Maine. You have, like, USM, SMCC. Of course, all of them are, like, out of commission right now. But it brings in, during the college year, typically, like, quite a bit of people. Yeah, Kawa, definitely start from scratch, bro. Like, as soon as you As soon as you click join the server, like create a new dude from scratch. Totally new dude. Just create it. Make sure you make like a unique name that probably won't be taken. Because if anybody has that name anywhere on the server, like anywhere on any of these D2GA servers, you won't be able to join the game, which is pretty lame, but it's how it is. That's why I did like Oko-Junior over here. Probably no one would have the name Oko, but just in case, I put Junior afterwards too. Go youth. I don't think he's having it, dude. I think we pretty easily kill him, so I'm just gonna invite him to sort of like offer the ending of hostilities. We'll go after these other guys. One thing we didn't put on a hotkey was Bone Prison, in case we need to use that. What do we put that on? I would say probably 9. And yep, okay. I have my backup key set for 9. Dude, this build, as with many of my builds lately, requires so many hotkeys, man. Not only the hotkeys for like bow and shit, but I mean, you're always doing different shit. Anything from like teleporting to bone armor to cursing, bone prisoning. Like you just gotta, you know, even recasting your golem. Like it's just, you gotta do so much shit. Oh, fucking A. Fuck. Nice hits. Pretty powerful fire damage there. Spacebar. Spacebar just clears the map, it looks like. Although it seems like spacebar could be a pretty solid hotkey. I've never really thought of that. I don't really use it for much. Yeah, he's in a lot of trouble here, I think. Yep. What do you use the spacebar for, Bilbo? Is it, do you switch to like a pretty important skill for that? It seems like a really convenient position for one. I have never thought of that. Show item, so it's basically like I, but yeah, you could switch it to anything. It is a really good idea. It's like your thumb is always right by it. I have this like inherent habit to always hit Alt, like from my days of trying to steal drops from public games before anybody else picked them up. Like I always have this like I'm holding Alt right now. I don't even know why. Like I could really, you know, use a good session on retraining my brain for some hotkeys. Very fun, dude. Basically a one-shot either way. I wonder what the most like intelligent skill to put on spacebar would be. Probably teleport, right? Like, because you could get used to using it for every character, or nearly every character. Seems like a pretty good one. So like when you're ready to teleport again, just bam. Hit hit the space bar, go with it. The thing is though, like once you get into like the rhythm of, and you have like this kind of cadence to your hotkeys, it's difficult to change them up. You know what I mean? Like the more I think about it, yeah, it probably would be pretty cool to have teleport on spacebar, but retraining my brain for that would be a bitch. Poisoned her. Oh shit. 'Twas a draw. Yeah, it's one of those things that it's definitely worth it. I think you would have to probably spend a day or so like retraining your brain. Like here, I'm gonna try to put teleport on the spacebar right now. Like for example, we'll just put it on. I'm gonna put it as a backup on space. Accept. And let's just see how we go with that. Yeah, it's like. Yeah, I'm so not used to it. It's so ridiculous. Yeah, it's like literally I get it, you know, like my brain knows what I want to do, but I can't quite do it. Yeah, it's just straight muscle memory, dude. Go get him, Fire Golem. You go get him. Yeah! A lot of people start teleporting around when they have that Fire Golem. Just let that Fire Golem go do his thing. We've got some Amazons in here now. This could be... And we might need to switch to max block. Be right there. Yep. Let's do this. We should have got a Ravenfrost too. Why didn't we get a Ravenfrost stat for max block that way? Would have been smart. We do have this, so let's go. He's aiming for us. We do not have a setup for max cast on, so I think we're pretty fucked in this duel. Yep, pretty fucked. Damn. Good duel though. Yeah, I think we're just gonna switch back to the max faster hit recovery. Alright, we poisoned her. Now we just gotta stay on her. Cool. It's good stuff, man. Yeah, so I think in conclusion for this build, we tested out the three-piece. Tested out the three-piece. And I'm not a big fan. Not a big fan of the three-piece Trangules, man. It does give the minus 25 to poison res, which when you put like a poison facet in it is pretty sweet. Like, does a lot of damage. But you lose a lot of key components, man. Like, losing cast and faster hit recovery for that is just not worth it. Like, Poison Nova in conjunction with lower resist does so much damage in the first place that, like, I don't really think that is your problem. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think that's the problem with this build. It's all a matter of just hitting your opponent. Like, it doesn't really matter how much minus res you have. I mean, it matters to a degree, but most of it should really come from your D-web. I don't think you really need much more than that minus 55 plus lower res. But yeah, in case anyone was wondering, I might do like a video that kind of talks about some certain things that you can do in dueling and kind of touches on this D2GA thing. I think a lot of people like get really, you know, ambitious and start buying all their items and trading for them on JSP before they even know if they like the build, and you know, you can end up wasting a lot of resources that way. So I think for the people watching, the next video that I put out there might be something on like PvP tips or like things you might not have known about PvP. And you know, this would definitely be one of those things that you can test builds on D2GA, and it's a lot more efficient of a way to test your PvP build. This guy's going out for a smoke. He's AFK. Our biggest opponent here, AFK. I think I'm gonna punch out here for the night too, guys. But I appreciate you joining me on the stream here, and you know, testing out these builds with me, your advice, and thank you, Maddie, for like tracking some of that information down for me. Much appreciated, brother. But yeah, I'll catch you guys on the next stream, and yeah, keep me posted, Maddie, with the with like what you find out for commands. You could just message me in game too. I'm not sure if it was you or your brother that added me the other day. I thought it was you, but either way, just message me, dude. The account that I'm on the most is yeah, okay, yeah. So you have the account that I'm on the most. Just like shoot me a message on there, or hit me up, dude. Whichever way works. Definitely interested in that. So, but take care, guys. Thanks so much. Appreciate you joining in. Catch you next time.